Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Heidi's Corner with me, Heidi. As always, I have my special co-hosts. I have Stefan and I have Bertil. Wow. There, okay. So, as the title suggests, the theme for today will be on Hungary. So, okay, and the EU taking legal action. Okay, and there we are. Okay, I have two articles, one from Euronews, as this, which is visible here now, and then I have one from Euronews. Okay, so this is from Euronews, dated July 15th of this year, and this is Viktor Orbán, the Prime Minister of Hungary. Okay, there. Now, Brussels has launched legal action against Hungary over controversial new law that has been widely condemned as discriminatory and anti-LGBTIQ, which is true. The political row began last month when Hungary's MPs, members of parliament, passed the Children's Protection Act with the stated purpose of safeguarding children's well-being and fighting Okay, so, but as far as the overall text, lawmakers from Prime Minister Viktor Orbán's Fidesz party introduced an amendment to prohibit the portrayal of homosexuality and gender reassignment in content like school education material and television programs that is addressed to minors. Guess what? This is what this kind of rhetoric. Does it ring a bell? Which country this kind of rhetoric reminds you of? There we go. Okay, but as part of and I go on from the article, as part of the overall texts, lawmakers from Prime Minister, it's horrendous. And the text has unleashed a political storm with majority of EU countries, together with the European Commission and Parliament, joining forces to denounce its anti-LGBT nature. The European Commission is now taking legal action, and I will go to I will go to this in more detail with the Reuters article, arguing that Hungarian legislation runs counter to several EU laws and principles. As it also says, the law violates human dignity, freedom of expression and information, the right to respect a private life, as well as the right to non-discrimination. Yeah, I mean, I've been through the situation in these countries previously, in Hungary and as well as Poland, and it's been absolutely horrendous. I suggest you go check those out. They can be found in the Monday News playlists in the playlist Season 2 Monday News. Okay, so and I might even do a separate playlist for these videos that I where I discuss these issues with Poland and Hungary, because this is an ongoing saga and will cause turmoil for a long time to come. All right. So the European Commission has now given the Hungarian government 2 months to reply. They gave them an ultimatum. If the response is not considered satisfactory or doesn't materialize, Brussels will resort to so-called reasoned opinion, a request to comply with EU law. If Hungary refuses to cooperate, the matter could be referred to the Court of Justice in Luxembourg, the European Court of Justice. All right. The Hungarian government insists that the law doesn't discriminate against any particular community, and its sole purpose is to protect children. Mr. Prime Minister Viktor Orbán. I further quote, the recently adopted Hungarian bill protects the the recently adopted Hungarian bill protects the rights of children, guarantees, and this is from Hungarians, all right, not from the EU or me, all right. So the bill protects the rights of children. It doesn't. Guarantees the rights of parents. It doesn't. Does not apply to the sexual orientation rights of those over the age of 18. It does. So it does not contain any discriminatory elements. It does. Says Peter Gyarto, Hungary's Foreign Minister's Affairs, said last month. I call bullshit on that one. Anyway, another separate infringement procedure tackles with a decision by the Hungarian Consumer Protection Authority that obliges the publishers of children's books presenting LGBTIQ people to include a disclaimer for depictions of quote unquote people to include a disclaimer for depictions of quote unquote behavior deviating from traditional gender roles. Screw you. A third legal action, also initiated on Thursday, accuses Poland for its lack of cooperation with Commission's investigation into the country's, and I quote, LGBT ideology-free zones, which I have tackled on my channel, which have been established in several Polish municipalities and regions since 2019. Controversy over legislation has played out in full public view, even spilling over into the Euro 2020 football tournament, and the amendment has been lambasted. Has been lambasted by civil society organizations for breaching fundamental rights and perpetuating damage that conflates with homosexuality. You can read it there. I decided to beat that out. Okay. A group of 16 member states described it as a, and I quote, flagrant form of discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity and expression that stigmatizes LGBTQ people, which it does. This is just... it's just incomprehensible. I mean, why would someone do like this, stuff like this? I mean, it's weird. It's plain and simply weird. Alright? The outrage has come to boil during tense European summit where Orbán was left isolated and corralled by his fellow colleagues, and that is absolutely right. Right thing to be done, in my opinion, to put pressure on them like in that way. I do not condone social isolation. I do not, but I should also, but I wish to condone isolating a dictator. What should be done is simply to isolate a dictator. Isolate a dictator. That's something you should really condone. That's the only thing I wish to condone. Alright. So, Mark Rutte, the Dutch Prime Minister, went as far as to suggesting that Hungary should leave the European Union. I don't think that would be very fruitful, because then they can rampage all they want, and then it would be way much harder to do anything about it. Now we have the EU legislation that makes it a whole lot easier to intervene with another country if they're part of something like the European Union. Alright? And the Dutch Prime Minister went on to say they behave like colonialists. They want to dictate what laws should take effect in another country. They want to tell us how to live our lives and how to behave. Orbán told a Hungarian media the day after the meeting. Come on, that's just pile of bullshit, mate. The European Commission has considered the Guardian of EU treaties has been vocally opposed to the legislation. And I quote, this law is shameful. It goes utterly against the fundamental values of the European Union, the protection of minorities, human dignity, equality, and respect for human rights, says European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen. She's a wonderful lady. And goes on to say, I shall use all instruments at the Commission's disposal to defend these principles. Alright? The article goes on to say that the stance of the infringement policy coincides with the review of recovery and resilience plans that member states have submitted to the Commission in order to access the EU's coronavirus recovery fund. The executives missed the 2-month deadline for evaluating the Hungarian for evaluating the Hungarian 7.2 billion euro plan, and has requested an extension. How am I not surprised? While the anti-LGBTIQ amendment and the recovery plan are not connected, the law passed weeks after the plan was submitted, and the political outrage has forced the two issues to converge, putting the Commission after a difficult position where a negative evaluation could add fuel to the anti-Brussels rhetoric of Orbán and his government and party Fidesz, which is the ruling party of Hungary. Alright, so there is the Reuters article from also July 15th of this year. Okay, let's go. Okay, Reuters, the EU executive takes legal action against Hungary, Poland over LGBT rights. The European Commission, this is pretty much the same. The European Commission has launched legal action against Hungary over the measures it says discriminated against LGBT people, stepping up the battle with PM Orbán. Alright? And there's the mention of the Polish LGBT ideology-free zones. What the fuck are those? Come on. The infringement actions that are the latest salvo in a clash of cultures between Brussels and some EU's newest members in the Eastern Europe over the range of core issues, including the rule of law and freedoms. Okay, I have an issue with this expression of clash of cultures. Okay, because the vast majority of Hungarians are religious. They are either Catholic or Calvin. Most are Roman Catholic, Eastern Catholic, or Calvinist. So, 70.4% are Calvinist, or Roman Catholic, Eastern Catholic, or Calvinist. And we know Calvinists are just as conservative as the Catholics. And the figures are similar, on the same line with the figures with the 70% is on par with France, Spain, Portugal, Italy, and a number of other countries, Belgium, and a number of other countries. Poland is like well over 90% Catholic. So how the fudge monkey brain is this clash of cultures? I mean, it was the Catholics who took this kind of conservative thinking into Hungary and Poland. So fuck you. Anyway, equality. EU went on to say that the Commission went on to say that equality and respect for dignity and human rights are core values of the EU, European Union. The Commission will use all its instruments of disposal to defend the values. That's pretty much from Ursula von der Leyen, from the previous article, what she said. Okay. And as stated previously, the action against Hungary really has been related to the newest or very recent law that bans using materials deemed as promoting homosexuality. How the fuck monkey brain do you even promote homosexuality? Come on, seriously? All right. Rights groups, for example, I understand that ILGA Europe, etc., have been rallying against the legislation with which the Commission head Ursula von der Leyen has called a disgrace. It is a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. It's just, I don't get it, but it makes zero sense to me. Zero. Alright? There was no immediate reaction from Orbán, who said it's a matter of national sovereignty. Screw you, man. Screw you. Okay. Facing a tough election year, he has grown increasingly radical, which I'm not surprised of. All this type, whenever they get desperate, they get more radical, and then all kinds of nasty shit goes down. His critics wish to. Alright, the infringement action are started of legal proceedings meant to force the member states to comply with the EU law. Yeah. It's not always a bad thing. It's forcing a country to comply with a number of rules. So, especially in this case. In this case, it's not it's not uncalled for, really. All right, so Poland and Hungary have 2 months, as of from I think early to mid July. So, what are we getting from all of this? So basically, Orbán thinks everyone else other than himself are just plain and evil, aren't we? But I could argue otherwise, because I think Orbán is the idiot one here. He's either wrong here. He's either very, very wrong here, and I just don't understand why he doesn't see it himself. Because, however, it is possible that he actually sees it himself, and he's just a power-hungry troll. It might be just that he's a power-hungry troll. I don't know. You tell me. Anyway, at this point, if you haven't liked and subscribed my video and my content, please do so now. While you watch this video, thumbs up, thumbs down. I do not care. It helps my channel anyway. And a comment. Tell me how nice I am, if you like my content, or if you just think I'm a dipshit. Tell me, please do tell me so. And yeah. And at this point, I would also like to reiterate the challenge I have put forward in several of my other videos for the past 4 to 5 weeks. because there are those who disagree with me on the matter of whether or not trans people should be allowed to take part in the Olympic Games or in any competitive sport in the in the categories consistent with their reassigned gender, i.e. Laurel Hubbard, whether or not she should have been allowed to compete in women's series in the Olympics. There were few people who got argumentational, shall we say, and would have wanted to debate. But when I challenged them, when I told them that I had made arrangements, shall we say, I've made arrangements for the two of us to go on a third party channel, a neutral third party channel, to debate. And the arrangements still stand. When I informed them of this, that I had arrangements, and I asked them to send me an email, guess what? Yeah, they chickened out. Why? Because they're dipshits. Or at least cowards. Alright, so please like, dislike, subscribe, and tickle the notification bell for more such content. Okay? Okay. So I think we'll go to the next article. Excuse me, the rest of the Reuters article. Okay, recovery funds. The infringement actions are at the start of legal proceedings meant to force member states to comply with EU law. Hungary and Poland have 2 months to respond. Failing to do so, which the Commission may refer them to the European Union's Court of Justice, which is seated in Luxembourg. Okay, many of Orbán's critics in the European Union want the Commission to put maximum pressure on Budapest to scrap the law by making a link to the disbursement of billions of euros in post-pandemic stimulus fund. Which is the right thing to do, I think. Alright. The Commission missed its own deadline this week to sign off on Hungary's recovery plan to allow the money to start flowing, and Orbán's chief of staff Gergely Gulyas said, I truly hope I'm not butchering these names. I'm truly sorry if I am. In some cases I'm not, but mostly yes. Said on Thursday that debates about the new law should not have any implications on Hungary's recovery plan. Yes, it should. It should, mate. Yeah, it should. The European Commission said it acted against Poland over LGBT-free zones because it was concerned they may violate the EU law regarding non-discrimination on grounds of sexual orientation. Yes, and those do, because and not just sexual orientation, but also gender identity and gender expression. So there we go. It added that it had not received sufficient information about the zones from Warsaw, and Poland's government denies having laws that discriminate against people based on their sexual orientation, and bullshit they do. Come on. And the governing Law and Justice Party, PIS, that's BS bullshit, says gay rights are a threat to traditional lifestyle in one of the most Catholic countries in Europe. Screw you people. No, it isn't. This is just so infuriating. I mean, these just I just cannot understand how people hold these kinds of stupid ideas in 2021. I mean, why? I don't get it. Why do they have to? Is it because they're stupid? Are they willfully ignorant? Is ignorance bliss? Perhaps you'll tell me in the chats discuss this in the comment section below. It's just infuriating. In many ways, it's infuriating to say the least. I think I will be taking following up on this situation with Poland and Hungary. I'll keep a tap on those things, and I'll get back to those subjects on my channel at a later date. Alright. Anyway, about later dates on my channel. So, as you can see, today is not a live show, it's a pre-recorded show. I have previously stated that during this following 6 weeks, or so, span of 6 weeks, there will be several pre-recorded episodes due to my work schedules, and I will of course take topics into consideration here, and of course take your suggestions in consideration when it comes to topics in upcoming videos, especially these pre-recorded videos. Because I like you so much. So I will inform you typically. Typically, I will inform you in my live shows when the next if the next episode will be recorded. But sometimes I may or may not inform you regarding that. Anyway, this will be a bit shorter today, and anyway, please do like and thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe, and tickle the notification bell. And there will be, of course, links in the description box down below. There will be links to my playlists, season 1, season 2 Monday News, Friday Facts, season 1, season 2 Monday News, Friday Facts, History with Haiti, and Special Files. And there is one Sunday special video and there will be another on 26th of September. It's a Sunday. Keep an eye out for that. There will be a Sunday special live stream, because that September 26th will mark the first anniversary of the launch of Hades Corner, and there will be very, very, very special guests who I thoroughly respect, and I might even consider friends, friends, a few of them. But please check those. There's my email address if you wish to debate me on the trans sports, or oh yes, and there's the topic of conversion therapy, whether or not it should be whether or not it should be banned, and the entire topic of basically the entire topic of conversion therapy, which I'm ready to debate anyone anytime. As I said, I have the arrangements. I've made arrangements for for a third party channel to take us on. If you wish to debate me on these subjects, please send me an email. The email is in the description box down below with the links. It's heidiscorner@gmail.com. Check the spelling in the description box. There are also links to my Discord servers, Heidi's Corner, which is my channel server, and then there's LGBT plus safe space server. All these have wonderful moderators and admins. They have interesting stuff going on, especially in the LGBT plus safe space server and so on. But for now, for today, for this episode of Monday News, please say goodbye to Stefan. Bye. And always so lovely, Bertil.
Aww.
And I will see you next time.